doing the revelations for a very beautiful sign, and it is Taurus for March 2024. So we will put it 2025 actually. I'm living somehow in the past already today. So let's get started. My name is Yulia and I've been in tarot world for more than 10 years. And if you would love to hear more about this, you can subscribe. I'm doing those readings literally every day. So let's get started. I'm doing my readings in a very beautiful way for your career, for your relationship. And also I'm finishing it with the guidance from the universe. So let's have a look at it. What's in store for you, dear Taurus, in March 2025? For your career area, we have here Three of Swords. All right. We have here with you Knight of Wands. All right. So I'm reminding you that I'm doing this reading for your career area for March 2025, Queen of Swords for Taurus specifically. So let's have a look at it. The Hanged Man. That's an interesting combination here. We can see, Knight of Pentacles. All right. And we have here Four of Swords. All right. So what I can clearly see here is that in your career and area, we start specifically from this period where not everything actually will seem to be easy. And you will need just to pour your sword out to show to the world that strict approach, that your strict character actually, because there might be those, cats around you, creating obstacles, but you really need to show the firmness of your character through this period, dear Taurus. That's what I can clearly see here. And do you see how she's holding her sword, right? She's literally taking all the strength here and putting it out, showing that, hey, you cannot just step into my borders, right? So whenever you see something will be happening around you, some kind of gossips, whatever, you just want to pull out that sword, and just kind of like have that approach. Hey, you cannot play with me that way, all right? And this is really strongly supported by this card, the Knight of Wands. Together, we can see here highlight and heading. In case if you have questions, guys, you can always ask me here. I will actually answer everything in the end of this reading. So just know about that. And I'm going live, by the way, every time. So if you love the readings, every day I'm going here, just subscribe to the channel. All right, so we continue with this. This just shows, hey, just go for it. Do not intermingle into any kind of negotiations, when someone steps onto your territory, just like these two cats. Literally, you need to have that approach, kind of like, I will show you that I'm not that type of person here whom you can put down, You need just to have that assertiveness within you when you go through these months. That's kind of like this whole approach for this month. And this is how we start that month. And do you see that we have this Queen of Swords here? And Queen of Swords is actually happening to be in combination. Thank you, Ibitara. These are actually my cards. I designed them, so I really appreciate that you love them. These are based on Rider-Waite. So as you can see, all the traditions are here based on Rider-Waite cards, and I appreciate that you loved it. So again, we look at the combination. at the combination of these two cards, you just want to be like this Queen of Swords, right? Queen of Swords during this period. And it's just that approach. Don't play games with me, okay? I will show you actually, in case if you show me teeth, I will pull out my sword. So that type of approach you want to have during the whole month, actually, of March. Because there might be certain situations during this period when people will actually try to pull you out of balance in your career. So you do not want to allow it. You really want to be like that Queen of Swords, right? So cutting everything everything possible, not just like from perspective of fighting, but from perspective of, does it make sense, you know? And I will show you actually who is the queen here. That's the approach, I would say. If you have it, you will actually be able to gain through the whole month, because this whole Knight of Pentacles, it just shows that mastery over your career over career during this period, right? So here, this is the only card in the Rider-Waite, in fact, throughout all the cards with horses. There are five cards with horses. When we see that there are 4 knights and one more card, it's the death, right? So the only card where the horse is not walking, it's actually the Knight of Pentacles. And why? Because this is like, you know, you are here to collect the rewards. If you will have that approach, which I described to you right now, you will be able to collect the rewards through that type of attitude, okay? So be like that Queen of Swords, right? Being ready to pull out that sword for absolutely anyone who will start kind of like gossiping around you or creating obstacles in your workspace around you. And guess what? You will collect the rewards during that period. So that's how it is. That's what I can clearly see. And you will have different perspective over the situation where you are currently involved. In order to collect those rewards, you will always need to have that different perspective, right? So because these people, again, who will happen to be around you during this period and who will want to just like, you know, take something from you in your work, you do not pay attention to them. You want to have a different perspective and not even look at them, do not even interact with them, you know. So you want to continuously ask that question, hey, does it make sense? And does it make sense to interfere and to even step into that type of communication, you know? So will it actually put my energy down? Will it move me forward in my career? If you step away from that, having that different perspective in mind, guess what will happen? You will be in that really beautiful, rewarding space, just like this Knight of Pentacles. That's what I can clearly see here. And yeah, you will have that, you see how we have this beautiful combination of both. So you will be rewarded and you will have that even like chill out approach, you know, chill out, do not really over stress during this period. The more you will have that interaction with these guys at your work, the less rewards will follow, you know. So again, this is a beautiful combination for having that chill out approach, different perspective. Then you will be able to collect the rewards. All right, so that's really important to have this in mind. Okay, so what is the VIM? What is the best description for the VIM in your career for March 2025? Dear Taurus, let's have a look at it. Sage. Again, do you see what I am talking about, right? So looking at everything from a different perspective, right? So very, very important to have this approach, and then everything will follow naturally, So again, no need to intermingle into anything. And having this will help you to stay in the center and collect all the rewards during this period. Beautiful, beautiful Taurus. That's what I can clearly see in here. Okay, so I'm really excited for you. Now, let's have a look at your relationship area, dear Taurus, for March 2025. What's in store for you there? Let's look at that. So, we have a few cards pulled here. Now, if you love my readings, subscribe to my channel. I'm going daily live, and that's the best way to connect. In fact, let's see. Okay. So we have here Queen of Cups. All right. What else do we see in here? Wow. 10 of Pentacles. That's one of the most amazing cards. I really love when it appears in the readings. That's a beautiful, nurturing card. Emperor. That's a very interesting combination, I would say, to you. You know, that Emperor who will appear in your life, he clearly will give you that space to nurture yourself. That's what I see here. That's quite interesting. So let's see what else is in there. Oh, Two of Wands. So you potentially will go into those doubts and misbeliefs about him. All right, and we have here Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles and, wow, the Devil. That's an interesting thing, that this guy, you see, he's going in combo with the Devil, meaning that if you don't resolve all the issues within you, this guy will not actually stay with you. That's what I can clearly see. So this is a beautiful, beautiful guy who will happen to be in your reality, but you need to resolve and release lots of stuff within you so that to make those relationships actually work. And the whole universe is supporting you to step into those relationships, actually. It's just saying to you that, hey, nearby that guy, you will really feel like who you truly are. All right? Who you truly are. He will bring into your life so much structure, so much love, you know, so much support, that I'm really fascinated about that. But you will need to relieve stuff within you, because guess what? That stuff may actually stop you from really building those beautiful relationships with him. So I will do a bit deeper reading in how you can do that release, because the potentiality of those relations is very high in your life. That's what I can see. And that's why you see this guy is creating that doubtful approach into your life, not allowing you to step into those beautiful relations. You see, so we want to bash him out from your reality by doing certain works. Okay, and you see how these two cards, they are also coming in combination. He will bring you that guy who will be your emperor, right? These new relationships, it's literally like on the soulmate level. That's what I see. He will bring you lots of peace in your heart. In fact, lots of structure and lots of peace in your heart. And that's an amazing thing. What can I say? So which kind of healing needs to be done to bash him out? Because he creates lots of disbalance. So we want just to see which kind of healing this guy proposes into your life. So Let's have a look at it, because I still want that you step into those relationships in a healthy way with him. He promises to be bringing to you so much, right? So we want just to really do our best to preserve that. Wow, passionate heart. Use your voice to wake up others. Oh, do you see? So the question was, which we asked, which kind of healing you want to do so that to bash out this guy, meaning you want to start speaking your inner truth and start developing, raising your voice, start developing your own truth. You see, so I will even hide him with that so that he will not really be in here, because he can be bashed out through really reconnecting with your authentic self through this period. That's a quite interesting thing, because once you are connected to who you truly are, this will open up the door to him for you. Okay, to that emperor. Again, he will be in this kind of like the foundation who will provide you, again, who you truly are. You cannot create here and cannot raise your voice and cannot really truly speak who you are without him. He creates that foundational approach. And this is a strong potentiality for March. That's for you, what I can see. Now let's ask, what is the main theme in your relationships for March, dear Taurus? Let's have a look at it. Oh, traveler. It's really like traveling into the depths of your soul. Look at this. Traveling into the depths of your soul, becoming who you truly are, you authentic you, right? And look at this. Look at this. It's powerful. So really reconnecting with your authenticity. That's what this month is proposing to you. I am excited for you. I'm really excited for what this month is holding for you, dear Taurus. And I would put this in between them both. Now, I also promise to you that there will be the message from the universe. So let's ask the universe, what is that message, so that we could start claiming that beautiful authenticity energy into your life. Only love is real. It's very powerful. I love that. Only love is real. Okay. And that means so much. And by the way, this is the foundation of it all. And 3 of Pentacles, it's the sign of all creation. Triangle, we are always supported, and love is real. And it's just so amazing and beautiful just to be like that queen bee, right? And have that approach within you that, hey, everything is fine, everything is all right. Just not so long ago, I was contemplating about the card Temperance. And the Temperance actually is the card when you reconnect with your true authenticity, with the fact that only love is real, right? With your authentic voice, just through that card, through the card of Temperance. I wish I could find it for you in here. Let me even search for it and just find it just in front of you. Here it is. So that card actually provides us tremendously beautiful opportunity to really go through this life like that voyageur, like that traveler, not being touched by many things here, but keeping that balance and moving in the new dimensions beyond what we could have imagined through our mental constructs. Why? Because this card is extremely scientific and artistic at the same time. Look at it. He's pouring water from one chalice to another chalice without even one single drop, which is poured to the ground. How scientific it is. But at the same time, look, this descending angel at the same time is very artistic, and he's holding that balance. And he's building his reality step by step with lots of patience. So there is no agony in his heart. There is no anger, nothing, right? And he is actually not having any kind of passion there, right? So that's why any passions are held, and he's living his very purposeful life. Okay, so that's called purposeful living. And why I'm demonstrating to you this card, dear Taurus, specifically because that's a theme for that, right? To find that love and to find it within your heart, not to have any anger, agony there. You actually can use the magic, which is encrypted in this card, the codes of this really powerful, strong archetypal energy here. Every tarot card has within it really powerful frequency if we start looking at it from different dimensions, right? And I can see, you already can see different dimensions. You see, there is a strong energy which is predisposing you to move into the new understanding of life. Just like seeing the unseen, seeing the new dimensions beyond what you had seen before. And this card specifically can be your guide for this period. This is tremendously beautiful card. Now, it is stepping, for those of you who are into the tarot world, it is standing between devil and death. And there is a reason for that. So it is number 14. Numerologically, it is a very, very stable card, right? And it is standing between 13 and 15, devil and death. And it's kind of like standing in between these two dimensions. And it's not allowing any of them to disturb it, right? So that's why I'm just saying to you that for March, be guided specifically by the influence and codes of this card altogether. If you have that attitude, you will always be driven in the right direction. You will have like your North Star, which will be driving you where to go. You do not need to ask any more questions once you reunite with the energy of the Temperance card. And then guess what? There is another card for you in here, which I truly believe you can use. And that is, let me show you. This is it. It's in the very beginning. And it's the Sun. Okay? So these two, they create a really powerful combo to just start rewiring your reality in the new dimension. Because the Sun codes are powerful, and the codes of balance, codes of Tao. So there is a very, very ancient teaching, Tao Te Ching, which was written by Lao Tzu. And if you read that book, you will see actually that the whole book is about the codes of the card Temperance. Now, if you lay out tarot cards in a sequence, the cards from let me show you, the Handman, start from the Handman until the Tower, put it in one row, from Handman until the Tower, right? Meaning from 12th, and then 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and then start another layer under it from the card of the Star. And then after Star comes the Moon, and then the Sun, and then we have Judgment, and then we have the World. And you will see that these two cards will be one under another. Okay? All right. Okay. So, and that is a very interesting thing, because Sun is representing that love code. In Vedic traditions, actually, if you read it, yes, Sun actually can be connected to Jesus. That's for sure, David, because Sun is our heart. It's connected to our heart center. I'm sorry for that. So, and Sun, it is a really, really powerful code, because it's the self-organizing code for absolutely all living creatures and beings into this world. Everything in this galaxy is rounded around the sun. So we are moving all around the sun. And our heart, right? We can lose any kind of organ here and we will not die. Even if there will be brain damage, we'll still not die. But if the heart will be under danger, in this case, we can already forget about life, right? So sun represents heart, sun represents the center of it all. And I tell you, these two go in conjunction, okay? That's a very, very interesting thing when we are talking about these two and when we start looking at them all together. In fact, if you use tarot cards in combination with each other, what may happen in powerful combos, what may happen is you can really start rewiring yourself beyond the logical mental constructs in which you've been living before. That's how powerful tarot cards can be, because the codes, especially in the major arcana, and this is the major arcana cards, the codes there, they are like powerful frequencies. So this powerful frequency of this card, the temperance, it's the frequency of balance. And that's the frequency which we all here miss today, because there is so much happening as chaos around us. So today we want to have that combination of these two cards. So, hi Jose, nice to see you here. So yeah, this can be like the possibility for you to start working with the cards, not just for fortune telling, and that's not what I am a strong advocate for. I really love using the cards as a tool for guidance and really rewiring it to see new dimensions in life, right? Beyond what we see at this moment. So yeah, this just allows you to reconnect with something beyond the logical mental construct. You know that we are all here living in those mental constructs. Now let's see how we can overcome those mental constructs with you. Let's ask that question, because cards can actually even help us in that journey. Oh, I love it. Judgment. So judgment is the card of enlightenment from one perspective. And another perspective of this card, if we look at it at the reverse position, right? You see how here we have that angel who is pouring that beautiful energy through his tube to absolutely everyone, serving everyone. Now, if we reverse it, what's happening is everything goes in complete utter disorder, and that's kind of like here we have those graveyards already at the sky. It's a complete chaos. It feels heavy. It's a critical judgment. So we put ourselves into that graveyard and closer to it once we have that critical judgment. That's why we don't want to go to any kind of criticism through the lifetime. That's very important. That's what this card is teaching us. And that's how we can start really opening ourselves to true love, right? And whenever I see this card in the readings, I see one thing, that's a big, big possibility for right now to step into the new cycle. The new cycle is quite near. And this month, March, specifically for Taurus, will be promising to be the month of lots of revelations. So I'm very excited for this zodiac at this moment. And yeah, how else can we extract those beliefs which are not serving you at this moment? 5 of Pentacles. Yes. So let's see. Oh, 5 of Cups. So we have here 555. And fierce Queen of Wands. And this is a really powerful magnetic magnetic card. And whenever we see that card, we just want to remind ourselves about one specific thing, that no matter what's happening in this world, absolutely no matter what's happening, you can stand in your center. How? Do you see she's holding that sunflower? Do you know what sunflower represents actually? So sunflower represents that sun, okay? You see this card in here? They go in conjunction with each other. So when we have both, we have this possibility to come back truly to the center. So we had also in our reading temperance, okay? So this clearly shows me that that sun is already something not beyond you, right? It's something in your hands. You just need to notice that. And once you start paying attention to it, developing also like that utter attention, what will happen, you will develop that appreciation, okay? Appreciation opens up your voice. Do you remember this card? And I want just to, so that you look at them. It opens up your voice. You start speaking to the world with that beautiful, loving, kind voice. Because how can you be not loving when you are under the sun energy, under that beautiful sun radiation? That radiation is actually very healing, you know, so it's radiant, it's magnetic. And it's very interesting how these cards open up here the whole story for you. So you really want to develop that appreciative approach within you. I was reading, I remember, the Bible, and you know, it's quite interesting. I'm a strong reader of that. I'm actually very, very spiritual, and I'm not neglecting any kind of spiritual books. I love them. Whenever I can really see some wisdom, spirituality, I read it. And one of the virtues actually for our voice is appreciation, and it bashes out anything around us which is related to jealousy, and anything like whenever someone is jealous about us or we become jealous of something, it just radiates, it removes it from our reality. We kind of like rise beyond it like the sun. So this sun is in our hands already. How? We all have that voice, okay? If we speak here, we have that voice. And we all are under the sun. The sun shines to absolutely everyone. We have it, okay? So once we acknowledge it, we appreciate it, we start developing our true core sense, who we truly are, in a very aligned way with our soul. So this sun actually represents our higher self as well. If you just understand this small kind of like slight connection between those two, the voice and the sun, the sunflower, you can actually, if there is possibility for you, buy the sunflower or grow the sunflower in your garden. If you cannot, and it's, let's say, winter, like here in Canada where I am at this moment, I'm in Toronto, so it's quite cold in here. By the way, it could be nice if you guys could write down where you're from. I really love looking that we have people from many, many directions here, so that we see that we are reunited globally here. There is some power in that, right? That the sun shines for everyone. That's the beauty of it. Oh, Seattle. That's beautiful. So we are in some different periphery, but still on one continent. That's amazing. Yeah. So just have this in mind. And this is very interesting that we also had this judgment card. And the judgment card, it is a much more mature card actually than the sun. If you are in the tarot world, you probably already immediately see it and you know it. If you are a newbie and you are new to this, just know that these two cards, Sun and Judgment, they are actually the major arcana cards, while this one is the minor court card. So this card, and just to prove me right here, you see the numerology here. What is the sign? This is 20 and this is, we see here the 19. So this is a much more mature. Oh, someone, wait, I didn't see here. Okay. New York? So we have here from New York here, beautiful. I remember how I had a reading and we had people from all around the globe. I don't know how I caught people from there, from India, from China, from even Russia. I don't know, it's just like it was something crazy. There was a reading that way. So, by the way, if you love my readings, subscribe to my channel. I go live literally every day, guys. So for every zodiac, and I describe cards as well, the deep esoteric stuff, which is laying down there. All right, so let's continue. So again, this is a much more mature card, Judgment. Again, why it's more mature? Because we can really pass to this card only once we reconnect with our voice. Do you see? He's using that tube, right? And he helps others to rise beyond their limitations. Do you see? Beyond their graves. So they were like living corpse. And now this angel who developed his voice, he is helping others to rise and shine. That's why the Judgment card is a much more mature card than the Sun. All right, and that's why you have it in your reading. And again, we had here with you together this passionate heart, right, which was all about develop your voice, wake up, right? So you wanted to use your voice to wake up others, and we actually ended up with that card. How amazing it is. I really, really love it. So you definitely have all the possibilities through these months to really reconnect with your inner sun, with your heart, and develop your inner voice, dear Taurus. That's what I can see for you. Now, I would love also to ask the cards about that Emperor. Do you remember we had the Emperor in line? Where you could meet him specifically? Remember, it reminds me like that person will bring lots of structure in your life. He will really guide and protect you. Do you remember this? And provide you lots of nurture, self-love. You will feel so amazing with him. That's what I see. Very clear. So what can we do not to miss him? Okay, where can you meet him? That's I would love to have that understanding, so I will put them here. Where can you meet him, and which kind of qualities he will possess? Let's have a look at it. Okay, so Four of Wands we have in here. Four of Wands, I will put it already here. Four of Wands. We also have Page of Cups. Interesting. Oh, Five of Swords. Five of Swords. That's an interesting thing. Eight of Cups. That's an interesting combination. I will put it here. Just let's move it a bit. Otherwise, it doesn't look already in order. The universe loves when we still preserve that order. So when you do your readings, you want to preserve it, okay, ideally. Well, that's what I'm talking about, the Hierophant, right? So it's just like the cards are reflecting what I'm saying. That's an interesting thing about the cards, because they are really reflecting many times your inner wisdom. So yeah, what I can see here is that this guy, he will bring so much wisdom to your life and so much structure. Okay, and the interesting thing is that this is the next, it's a much more mature card in the major arcana, and it steps in a consequential order just exactly after the Emperor. That's what we see. And in order to really see this guy into your life, you want to pay attention who has access to that wow knowledge. Okay, who has access to that wow knowledge? You just like listen to him and just, wow, I am continuously perplexed. What's happening in there? And it's always feeling like, you know, there is this interesting thing about the Page of Cups. It's when you are being like, you feel like you are caught by him from one perspective. You see like this golden fish, she's like caught by him. And you are listening to him, mesmerized and magnetized by what he's saying. He's a powerful talker, but he's not just a blubber. He has wisdom inside him. Okay? And that's a very, very important thing. And when you are nearby him, the energy feels all the time very stable. You just feel uplifted. That's what's happening. So if you just see that person around you with those qualities, that's him. Okay, you may not see him right now because I'm doing the reading for the March. Specifically, it's for the March, right? Let's not forget about it. But I just want you to know that. Now, there will be certain events which will detract you from that person. And first of all, it's not even events, but it's the thoughts within you. You see how this snake is going after this bird. You want to fly. You want to fly. You want to really trust those new relations. But what's happening is it's kind of like doubts, concerns, everything. Oh, maybe it will not work, everything. And then there is such a thing within you which kind of like may draw your attention to something what does not work. You want to pay attention to what works. Again, we come back to that voice. Spreading your voice. When can we spread our voice? When we start appreciating things. You see, we appreciate what works. We don't pay attention what doesn't work, what is small. There are actually 7 more cups, but we pay attention to something what doesn't work. No. To really step into your power, you want to develop within you that ability to pay attention to what works. Okay? And then this opens you up. Let me show you. This opens you up to the possibility of meeting that wonderful emperor who will provide you with so much nurturing, okay? Support. By the way, if you love my readings, subscribe to my channel. I do those readings every day here for zodiacs, and I teach also how to see beyond the veil with the power of the cards. All right, so again, we come back to that meetup, right? Which is kind of like already predestined to be in your life. And if you are here listening to it, that's a message for you, for sure. So that person will provide you lots of structure, lots of support, lots of surety, like, hey, it is the right place to be nearby him, right? So you will be like flourishing nearby him, like this Queen of Wands, you see? She is extremely magnetic. She's truly connected in between the worlds. She's in between the worlds, truly. That's why this card sometimes is being afraid of, you know. But if that her thing, like she may be born inside you only once you reunite with him, with that person. And it will be like the foundation for you to finally rest, you know, just to have that approach of